Hey everyone, welcome to Singularity Hardware Order Analysis video 11. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with this segment, in this segment I cover some of the hardware that I order for my business. So I talk about the components, what I'm going to be using them for, the specifications, and any other details that I can think of. Anyway, I better get straight into it because I have a lot of hardware to cover today, a lot of exciting components as you can see. Starting from the left hand side, I have a microphone. This is actually the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB version. Below that I have a set of Digitech studio monitoring headphones. Here I have a couple of Wi-Fi aerials from TP-Link. Above that I have a Razer Black Widow Ultimate Stealth Edition. Next to that I have a SteelSeries Sensei mouse, and below that I have an AMD Sapphire 7770. Here I have a bunch of components from EK. I'll give you all the details on these shortly, but these are for water cooling multiple graphics cards in Crossfire or SLI. I have a couple of 3.5 inch hard drive enclosures, and above those I have an Antec Earthwatts Platinum 650 watt power supply. Finally, I have one of the new BitsPower flow meters. So that's all the hardware that I'm going to be looking at today. Now it's time for me to bring you in for a closer look. Okay, I'll start with the water cooling components. So the BitsPower flow indicator. I think I might have said flow meter, but a flow meter actually measures the flow in your water cooling loop. This is just a flow indicator, which is a visual guide just to show you that there's still flow in your water cooling loop. So as you can see, just a very simple device to show that there's flow in your loop. So I'll just get it out of the box and give you a quick look. So there we go. It's a nice looking flow indicator. I've been waiting for BitsPower to make one of these. I'm not sure how long they've actually been out for, but they've only just become available at my suppliers, so I'm assuming they're new. As far as I know, there's also a silver shining version of this, and this is the matte black version. You can see there's a BitsPower logo there. These are only really necessary. I mean, some people like them for aesthetics, but the only reason I would use one is if my pumps didn't have tachometers in them. So I always use pumps with tachometers so that I can hook the pumps up to the motherboard, and then you can just read off the pump RPM, you know, within your operating system through software such as AIDA64. Anyway, moving on to the EK components. So I have two EK FC Bridge dual serial 3-slot versions. So there's actually a number of different versions of the EK FC Bridge, and I've talked about this before in this segment. So these are both exactly the same thing. They're for water cooling multiple graphics cards in Crossfire or SLI, as I said. This is a perfect example. This is a Tri-SLI configuration using an EK-FC bridge. This is the EK-FC bridge triple serial 3-slot, whereas this is the dual serial 3-slot. So this one is designed for 2 graphics cards that take up 3 slots, whereas this one is designed for 3 graphics cards that take up 3 slots. So as you can see, there's a lot of different types. There's a 4-slot version, a 2-slot version, there's serial, there's parallel. You can use these for, you know, all different multiple graphics card, you know, water cooled configurations. And Here I have all the different parts that allow for these to be used in different configurations. There's actually basically little connectors that go from the FC bridge to the graphics card water blocks themselves. You can actually see them just there. Okay, and you can, what allows you to use one of these for either AMD or NVIDIA is these things. So you can get these for either NVIDIA or AMD. And yeah, don't worry about the names because they're referring to older graphics cards, but yeah, this is compatible. This is the AMD graphics card one, and it's compatible with a whole bunch of different AMD graphics cards right up to the new 7970. So I've got two of those, which I'm actually going to be using on two 6990s in the upcoming client build. And okay, I've got four of those. So I decided to get four of them because two of them are going to go into stock and the other two I'm going to be using in the client build that I'm doing at the moment. That goes for these as well. One is for stock, one is for the client build. And I forgot to mention about this flow meter. I basically just got this to take a look at it because it's a new product from BitsPower and I absolutely love BitsPower. I've been using them for years. So this will go into stock as well. Okay, moving on. Now the two TP-Link Wi-Fi aerials. These are just to go into stock. I might be using one of them on my HTPC system, which is actually on my Wi-Fi network. And yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with it getting coverage. This is something that I recommend to people quite a lot who are having trouble with coverage of their wireless networks. So there we go. No need to pull them out of the box. You can easily see what they are. Moving on. Okay, the two USB 3.5 inch hard drive enclosures from Welland. Now these were actually both ordered in by customers, so I'm not going to bother pulling them out of the box. You can easily see what they look like. These ones actually are really easy to swap hard drives in and out of. You can see you just pull there, opens up, hard drive slides out, and you can swap another one into the enclosure. So there we go. I don't actually ever buy external hard drives. I always buy the hard drive separately and put it into my own enclosure, because then you can pick your enclosure. You can pick a high quality, sturdy enclosure that's going to last. I pick these up also at a good price. Often it's a little bit more expensive to set up your own external hard drives, in your own enclosures, but it's worth it in the end. Next up, the Antec Earthwatts Platinum 650 watt power supply. Now I got this power supply for my network attached storage build because I'm going to be doing some upgrades on that build soon, and I'm going to be doing an upgrade video, so you'll be seeing this power supply in that video, and I also might do another separate product overview on this power supply. So I usually use Corsair power supplies, but with my own builds I take the opportunity to try out all different components, because I won't recommend something or use it in a client build unless I have tested it myself. So yeah, it's a good opportunity for testing. It's also a good opportunity for me to review different components for you guys. So anyway, moving on. Okay, the Audio-Technica AT2020, and this is the USB version. And I also have here some Digitech professional studio monitoring headphones. So I'm doing some upgrades at the moment on my equipment for my channel. So my audio equipment, I'm also getting some new tools. Yeah, there's a lot of changes that I'm making at the moment for my channel. And it's because I'm coming up on 5,000 subscribers now. So I'm actually going to be doing a separate video, a 5,000 subscriber video, where I talk about what I'm improving. But yeah, I'd also like to do another tour video of my workshop and my office, where I show you all of the new equipment. Not quite sure exactly on how I'm going to be covering this yet, but I'm certainly going to be doing a 5,000 subscriber video coming up. I also might be reviewing these components. So yeah, when I do this segment, it's always when the orders first come in, so often I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to be covering them yet. It's always spur of the moment, but you'll definitely be seeing more of these coming up, and I'll be talking about specifications and details and giving you a good look at them as well. But yeah, both of these are very well priced components with incredible quality, because I mean, you can spend an absolute fortune on monitoring headphones, and you can also spend an absolute fortune on a microphone like this, but both of these are, yeah, basically the best bang for your buck. Incredible quality for an incredible price. So I'm looking forward to, okay, there's not much to see on the box, but okay, here's some specifications here. I'm really looking forward to, yeah, giving you a look at these coming up soon. Next up, the AMD Sapphire 7770. Now, I'll definitely be doing a separate review on this graphics card, so you can check that out for all the details. That's often the way it goes with this segment. You know, I've got a lot of incredible hardware to have a look at here today, but because I'm going to be doing separate videos on almost all of it, I can't talk about it much in this segment, because I really don't like to cover things twice, because I don't want to bore you guys. So that's about all I can say about that one as well. You'll certainly be seeing more of it coming up. Now, the SteelSeries Sensei. I'll put a link on the screen to my review on this mouse. Check it out if you're interested. This is one of my favorite mice. It is an incredible mouse. Here it is here. I'm actually using it myself. So yeah, I actually already had one of these, but I decided to get another one because I like it so much. I'm going to be using it on one of my other builds, but I won't give you any specs or details because I have all of that in my review. So there we go. Okay, finally, the Razer Black Widow Ultimate Stealth Edition. This is something that I've been looking forward to taking a look at, because I actually used a Razer Black Widow Ultimate for quite a while. I think it was about 6 months, and I really liked the keyboard. There was just a couple of minor problems that I had with it, and one of them was how noisy it is. Because I make gameplay videos, everyone, you know, would complain about how loud the keystrokes were, because that was basically, you know, all you could hear in my videos. Also, because of the gloss finish, it was a real fingerprint magnet. I had to clean it daily. Both of these things have been fixed with this keyboard. It has a matte finish, and the keys have also been silenced. Wow, that is so much quieter than the other ones. So I'm definitely going to be doing a review coming up on this keyboard, and I'll do a comparison between, you know, this and the other version to show you how loud, you know, the other version is and how much quieter this version is. I'm going to be running this keyboard myself for a while. I always do that before a review. I like to spend a good 2 weeks minimum testing something before I review it. I'm not someone who just grabs something and reviews it on the day. I like to use it myself first. So there we go. That's about everything. That sums up this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and favorite if you want to see more.